What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great day, a wonderful afternoon. It is a damn beautiful day out there, so hopefully you're enjoying. I was picking up a prescription when I got a little bit of news, so drop that on you, but wanted to make a little breakdown here, talk about this. I'm a little confused about the chaos that is ensued here. I don't know if we're talking about the same wide receiver here. Wide receiver Zach Pascal goes with Jonathan Gannon to the Arizona Cardinals. I see a lot of people losing their minds about this. This was something we talked about even last night, right? Weren't we talking about it? I think, when we lost CJ Gardner-Johnson, we talked about the guys that were remaining. Zach Pascal is not one of the players I think the Eagles would be resigning. Now, we talked about Quez Watkins. I still think we need an upgrade there. So there are a lot of free agent options we talked about with Isaiah McKenzie, DeAndre Carter, Jamison Crowder. There are a plethora of names out there. You guys can go check those videos out. The best remaining free agents on offense, defense, special teams. But Zach Pascal, to me, last year, played all 17 games, started in 2 of them, had 15 catches for 150 yards, 1 touchdown on 19 targets. Yeah. To me, this is a no-brainer that we were not going to bring him back. We're looking to get younger in that position. We have 2 studs. So let's take a look at what we still have here before anyone loses their mind. Devin Allen, I know a lot of people are excited about. Hopefully he keeps developing. Obviously he was out of the football. He was doing his Olympic stuff there for like 9 years. So hopefully keep getting him up to speed, and he can continue to try to work his way up this roster. But you've got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and then beyond that, does Tyree Cleveland show you anything this summer? Britton Covey, Greg Ward is back, and then, of course, Quez Watkins. So we talked about how you could save a couple mil in cap space if you let Quez Watkins go. But you didn't have to sign CJ, so you've got some cap space here. We could definitely add, safeties, receiver, whatever you want to do. But to me, you're going to look in the draft here. There's a lot of talent. But if you want to add a free agent, again, you can check out that show about the offense and special teams, because there are a bunch of guys that I think could be added to this offense and could not only help there, but also special teams. And Zach Pascal did not do that for us. So, hey, it is what it is. And I'll show you the list of the players total that we have lost now. So 5 on offense, and then you see 5 on defense. Dillard, Minshew, Pascal, Sanders, and Sayamalu on offense, and then Edwards, Epps, CJ, Hargrave, and Kaiser. So you lost all starters on the defense. They're both safeties, both linebackers, and then a D tackle. And then you lost a backup left tackle and backup quarterback, backup receiver, and then your starting running back and right guard. So we've talked about this. The Eagles are well aware of this, but we have running backs. We brought in Rashad Penny to go with Kenny Gainwell and Trey Sermon. I think we'll add to that room. Sayamalu. Look, we've got Driscoll. We've talked about Juergens going to continue to try to learn guard. We'll see if he can help there, but we'll be looking in the draft because Juergens will take over for center then. So we will be okay there. On defense, we got Nakobe Dean for a reason. We can add a free agent, add someone in the draft. Think we'll be okay there. Safety, we talk about Reed Blankenship and Kayvon Wallace getting much better at the end of the year there. And look, that's fine and dandy, but there are a lot of great free agents out there. Go grab a free agent safety, add one in the draft. I'll feel perfectly fine there. Talk about D tackle. We added Jordan Davis this past year. The year before that, Milton Williams, Marlon Tupelo before that. So I think, you're adding youth there. You brought back Fletch. So we'll be all right there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not worried about it. And I mentioned Fletch, but here are the players that we have added or retained. And on defense, we brought back Fletch, Brandon Graham, and James Bradbury. Greedy Williams was added to the room. And then, of course, we had restructured extended Slay, which we knew would happen to free up space. So we still got money. And then on the offensive side of the ball, we had Jason Kelsey brought back, Scott and Toth. And then we added Mariota and Rashad Penny. So to me, going well. I know a lot of people losing their minds, or other fans of other teams. Oh, Eagles are done for. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this is not the end of free agency, and we are still going to draft. So do not fear. Howie Roseman is here, and we'll be just fine. Now, we do have a few guys that are left. We talked about tendering Tyree Jackson, due to the fact that he has that exclusive rights tag. So it's really going to cost you nothing to see what he's got this summer. But you've got a bunch of tight ends that are going to be competing. We've talked about adding to that room as well. But special teams, Brett Kern, don't think he'll be back, but wouldn't mind some competition for Sippos. Then on defense, you still have Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh and Robert Quinn. Maybe you bring back Robert Quinn with his familiarity with Sean Desai and his defense. But beyond that, look, Zach Pascal, just like we talked about last night, I'm not worried about it. I thought that this was a move, good for the Cardinals, adding some depth there, but this is not a big loss. I don't know where that is coming from, but let's go, baby. I'm going to be making a video where I break down each position again so you guys can see what this roster looks like now that we've added some pieces, stuff like that. I'm going to whip together a depth chart, all that stuff. So I'll keep you up to date throughout the week with all that. Going to have a guest on. So, look, this week we'll be busy again, keeping you up to date. And I think the Eagles will be adding players. So whenever that happens, I will jump on and talk about that. So, hey, whatever your thoughts are, let me hear it down below. I'm going to get rolling out here. Hargrave's going with company-wide. Hey, look, you talk about that happening in the NFL all the time. They always follow people, so we'll see. Yeah, I don't know what the freaking out is here, but CJ Gardner-Johnson, Zach Pascal, these are guys we will figure out. And obviously, CJ, a much more important role, but we talked about this. If he's gone, there are free agent options, and we have guys that we'll be looking at in the draft. So no need to fear here. Let people lose their effing minds as much as they want. We're going to enjoy this free agency. Feel good knowing this team has been built, and that's what we talk about. And we talked about it for the last couple of years. We're building something special. Dude, we made it a Super Bowl last year. That's pretty damn good. Sirianni's second year with Hurts, second year as starter, his third year in the league. That's all really good. So you build upon that. You build around that. We're going to give Hurts his extension. Everything will be just fine. But I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. I will be back later tonight. But until then, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. Hope you're having yourselves a great day. Stay safe out there. And as always, go Birds!